Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Hair by Kate YouTube channel. Today we're going to be working with my friend and model Kelly. We're going to be doing some blonde on her hair and then going in and incorporating these little fun Christmassy extension colors. And since it's a model day, we are fully stocked up on our White Claws, so let's just see if this comes out at all. Oh god.
Oh, there's a cheers.
Yeah.
Woo.
So starting off, this is Kelly's natural hair. She does have a little bit of leftover lightened pieces through her mids and ends, but it's been a few months since we colored her hair. She usually lifts really well, and we're going to do a really low maintenance blonde on her. But first we're going to go ahead and take off some inches through the ends. She does want just like a nice kind of blunt-ish lob haircut. So I wanted to go ahead and remove this length before I start coloring, so that way I can really visualize where I want my blonde to be, and I'm not just highlighting a lot of the hair that we're going to end up removing in the end anyway. This actually feels kind of weird for me to be doing a voiceover of, because I usually just educate on color. I don't usually show too much of my hair cutting behind the scenes, but I am just going around at 0 degrees elevation and just giving her a nice kind of clean haircut that doesn't have a lot of layering or too much going on. It's pretty much just your basic one length all the way around. For our color placement, I'm doing a variation of my bombshell technique. If you guys would like to see an actual, like, real in-depth tutorial of why I choose this placement, how I achieve this look, check out the link in the description box down below. I just did a virtual class of the bombshell technique, so you guys can check that out for a really in-depth tutorial. But basically what we're doing is a full head of teasy lights. We're just going to go up through the back of the head and then move around to the sides. We are going to be giving her a little bit of a money piece as well up in the front. Our main goal when we're doing these teasy lights is to give us a low maintenance but high impact blonde. So that means this will look very intense, very bold, and give us a lot of dimension, but the upkeep and the maintenance on this look is going to be really simple for your clients. They do not have to come back into the salon every 4 to 6 weeks to get this retouched. So this is a hugely requested look that a lot of my clients are bringing to me, and it's honestly been my go-to technique and placement for blonding for a few months now. Just, it looks so nice. It has such a good cohesive blend, but you do get those highly impactful, bold pops of blonde all the way throughout the head. We're going to be doing a look that Kelly can wear just as a blonde without the extensions in for normal day-to-day life. We are just going to be inserting little extensions with our Christmas colors, just so we can get some good photos, some good visuals for the holiday season. But for right now, with Kelly's current job, we didn't want to do anything too crazy. She works with kids, so we didn't want a lot of the parents being angry at us for her showing up with colored hair, and then the kids wanting colored hair and the parents having to deal with that. So for that reason, we did elect to just give her a natural blonded look, but utilize our extensions to make her hair color Christmassy for just the day, nothing too long term. We're just going to be utilizing our bombshell technique all the way up the back of the head, then moving into the sides and money piecing around the face, and then we'll be back in just a second to start coloring those extension pieces. So for our extension pieces, I was looking to find some like cheap clip-in hair extensions because these are kind of just going to be for the photos. She's not going to wear these long term. And of course I couldn't find them, but I did have these hair swatches that I got from Amazon. I've just been using them to test color. So I'll link those down below if you guys need some swatches. These are really, really great. But what I figured I would do is go through, I have some red and green ones already. And the pink ones that I have, I figured I could just color swap them over into the red family. And since these have the little holes from the key ring, I figured I can go through and just stick a bobby pin through there and bobby pin them to their hair just to get us through those photos. Now that I have Kelly's foils all done, I'm just gonna let her process at room temperature. And while she's processing, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting color over our swatches. So I was running out of swatches, so I'm gonna just be color shifting some of the ones that I can. So all of these that are either red already or various shades of pink, I'm just going to be applying Pyro by Pulp Riot all over these. If they're a little bit of a different tone, it's gonna be okay. And then this green one and the leftover blonde ones that I do have, I'm just gonna be using Flytrap, again by Pulp Riot. And if they do have a little tonal variation, it'll just look really, really cool and dimensional. So we're gonna work on that while she's processing. Now I don't do a ton of extension work, but whenever I am coloring any kind of like clip-ins or if I'm testing a formula on a hair swatch or something, I find this to be the best route to take. I just place a foil down on whatever surface I'm working on and then hold the extension or the swatch in place while I'm applying my color. One thing you want to be aware of is just making sure that you are getting that full saturation through the swatch. Because we aren't actually working this color through with our hands at all, we want to make sure that we get that full saturation so we don't end up with a spotty result. I am working with the Pulp Riot semis to color these swatches. So our processing is going to be pretty easy and simple for these. After I get all of the colors applied, I'm just going to let them chill right at room temperature for 25 minutes while I'm waiting for Kelly's hair to finish processing, shampooing, and toning her. Then I'm just going to rinse these out with super, super cold water and dry them before I clip them into her hair and begin styling. So we've just shampooed Kelly's hair and then I went through and just rinsed out our extensions. And I'm going to show you guys real quick a trick that I learned about how you can easily dry your extensions if you don't have like an extension rack to put them on. So you're just going to take your Dyson blow dryer and remove the concentrator. Shove these babies through the little Dyson hole. And then turn it on and it'll blow it all the way through. So that way you can dry them without having to hold your hand in front of the blow dryer and burning yourself to death. So now we're going to blow out Kelly, finish drying these, and then we'll come back for the install. Now this is where our video gets really, really chaotic, and I swear it's not because of the White Claws. This technique that I had in my mind that I had envisioned just didn't really work out the way I wanted it to work out. So what you'll see me doing here is my original idea of just bobby pinning these into Kelly's hair before I curl them, and it looks like it's going to go really smooth at this point in the process, but what you'll not see on camera because I didn't record it is once I get these bad boys in and I start curling through her hair, they just do not want to stay in place for me at all. I think the weight of these swatches was just a little too heavy for Kelly's hair and they're just sliding out like crazy. So I've got some really great shots for you guys in just a second of me troubleshooting this outside while I'm trying to get our final photo. And we ended up coming up with a cool result, but just embrace the chaos, get ready for it, because this was a whole journey and a half. Basically, I decided just to cut the white parts off of these swatches so they weren't so heavy. And then I attempted to just pin the loose strands of hair directly on to Kelly's hair. Like I said, we ended up getting a good result, but it took us a while to get there. The greenie over here. Don't open it. It's greenie. Uh-oh. Greenie. It's always the greenies. I just want one cute Christmas hair picture. I think that's too much to ask for. Okay. We're just gonna take pictures real fast.
Yeah.
And we finally created a cute Christmassy look after many different trials. Rest in peace to the hair swatches that did not survive this look. We lost about half of them on the journey, but they will always be in our hearts and minds. And here is Kelly's after without the swatches, so she can totally wear this as just a day-to-day blonded bombshell look. Again, if you guys want the full tutorial of how I create my bombshell placement, check out the link down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!